Hello, you, and welcome back to another episode where you are joining the amazing Slime Boy, who, well, pseudo-randomly has acquired the abilities that seemed pressing to him at the moment that he left his mortal coil in the previous world. And so far does seem slightly powerful. Quite useful, in fact. And with many a fantasy world, we got to see quite a imposing and powerful dragon, with some personality quirks. But still, I have yet to really experience the world building of this show, so I want to know how much it pays attention to all of that, or if it even gets to it at all, and it's not just a simple stroll around the cave. You know, you should be going outside at some point. Let's see when that is. I was kind of shocked there with it starting immediately off with a opening song rather than an introduction, but I must admit I've mostly forgotten what the song was in the end of the last episode, so this is a nice in of itself. Well, it is evident that he does in fact get outside of the cave, so yippee. And seems to be an eclectic bunch, so things look intriguing for the future, and I am very looking forward to it. It's giving me Overlord vibes, but where there's actual less of a power gap for the most part. Are you gonna end up undoing the curse thing either right now, or what? Trying to find someone that knows how to undo this curse? So it's a relatively pressing matter. 100 years is still quite a while. Is it due to his magic seeping out that there's all this stuff in the cave? Yeah, that's all. Yeah, which is worse? Solitary confinement and isolation, or not having to endure that? Can you do good? Because that would seem a bit... yeah, the word I'm looking for, whatever it is. Well, this great sage thing, if it can come up with solutions for you where you don't have to use your own wit and wisdom. Inside and out. Was it talking about the dragon though, or was it him? Oh, but I don't... Not like I want you to stay here or anything. Does the Predator and his unlimited stomach have a limit on the size of something that can be ingested? Dragon going a bit shaft there. Sure, what's he got to lose? Stay in this cave for another 100 years and die, or possibly be eaten by a slime? What were they looking at? Okay. Nice. So they'll be forever intertwined. Like a unique monster. Nice. Kakui. Isn't Veldora the name anyway, or was that more like a title? Nice font. There's Subarashi. So the family name is Tempest. Is he that excited about it? Okay, seems somewhat important there. Unless he's just that ecstatic about receiving a name, does it actually mean something that, being engraved on the soul? Wow, who would have thought that his body could cover such a surface area? Gulp. Quite the intense. Yes, that was the reason for this entire endeavour. Have you just fundamentally changed the entire world? Well, what do you expect with a fantasy world where you don't have any clue of the ramifications of anything, or even the law? So, okay, galvanized. But is there some sort of way that they were able to instantly tell? Or is it just like some intangible, just intuition? Yippee, we've now got inter-regionary trifes and troubles. I don't think I can trust anyone who wears knee-high socks with the trousers tucked in. What's with the 16-bit music? Wait, he can swim? Nice, I guess. I don't know if I like how it's showing that off, because sure, it's going off saying, oh, I have no idea how long I've been walking, but the sense and flow of time doesn't give it the impression like it's taken forever. And then the quick accumulation of skills, not exactly how it works in games. It would be terribly unbalanced if that was the case. Well, you didn't have much water resistance. Poor Danger Noodle. Gross. I do like the sound design in this, though. What tasted, or because he doesn't taste, what was gross about that? Snake isn't that much of a strange and exotic meat, is it? Does he have like a health and magic pool like in games and whatnot, or is it just an intangible? I've used intangible before, but still. That's quite a lot of That's more of an acid than a poison, if that's what the censorship there was about. Evil centipede. I would like for him to come across a monster that isn't immediately spider slime, spider slime. And was that a Tarzan and George of the Jungle reference? I don't know. But monsters that weren't immediately killed by this water blade. No one seems to be any sort of trouble for a slime. No. But I guess to this world it is rather alien, so fair point. Several weeks. Once again, if you're trying to emphasize the passing of time then have some moments where you're not doing anything. Like resting up or, sleeping. Does slime sleep? These guys don't look like high-level, high-ranking adventurers, and yet this is where the storm dragon was encased. Then again, 300 years, the knowledge and rumours might have died down and been forgotten about. About where it was, at least. Oh, how handy! Thank you, Great Sage. That's good. I'm not good at Japanese, so we're in the same boat. I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but, well, we know what humans are like. Useful. Ah, it's like Priscilla boss fight. If anyone knows what game that's from, put it in the description, in the comment section down below. You barely got away with that then. Unless Rimuru is now going to have a hunting party after him. I am expecting him to have a dramatic effect on the ecosystem now that he's devoured the dragon. I wonder if you're going to get the ability to taste sooner or later. I do like how they speak. I do like when things like goblins and low-rank monsters actually look afraid. Well, considering that he's been taking down centipede demons and spiders and snakes, probably a bit stronger than a goblin. Yeah, you don't have to shout. But as a first attempt for trying to talk, are you dense? I mean, they've stated it several times. Why would anyone assume that they're not talking about? They've got a relatively good sense of architecture for simple base villages, at least. An elder that actually sounds like an elder. God? Oh, the repercussions seem to be catching up fast. Your second quest after helping the dragon is help the goblins. Doesn't he have a magic sense, so we'd be able to tell if he... There we go. It's like the Aurora Borealis in here. As someone that has been walking down the street with his flies open, it's kind of freeing, actually. Nice way of playing it off. Good thing that the slime... Maybe they just don't have very much magic awareness, but that would explain why the girl, the wizard stick, actually somewhat did pick up on it. Ah, hang on. Didn't you say one with a name? So names are important. How big was this village before then? Yeah, you do get thrown into the thick of things. I would like to actually a game that throws you into the deep end like this. Actually interests me. I'm still not. They put effort into the background goblins. Food, shelter. I don't know what else they can give. uh, fair trade. Using his knowledge of the previous world there somewhat. But having the fact that he has no knowledge of this world, no one that he can speak to or anything about us, having just anyone, even goblins, might be a good start. Nice music. Quest accepted. Don't claim yourself to be a god. Now is he going to Waterblade or eat the wolves? Or train an army? Isn't it great when you've got notifications turned on? Is this little outro going to have a recap of things that we've seen over previous episodes? Or is it going to accidentally let slip of stuff? I still have an issue about who runs through the street like that with a knife. I mean, what was their end goal? But some things that I've learned from this episode, at least, was that there are human kingdoms who are at war with each other, because of course they are, and that there are small villages and settlements of goblins and maybe even random other creatures. When it comes to acquiring skills and all of this, I both, once again, am incredibly apprehensive and also still quite excited, because that kind of skill progression is one that I really, really like. The fact that you acquire stuff by just doing things in the world. And that also means that there can be things that seem innocuous now, but can be incredibly beneficial and useful later on. And if I'm not keeping up on it, then I'll probably forget and be like, oh no, how is Rimuru going to get through this situation now? Oh yes, that skill he required, or acquired, 1 episode ago. Still don't know if it's going to be as formulaic as that, but, well, we'll see. Another big plus that I'll give this show is that I do enjoy from the perspective of the monster. Like Overlord, like one of the books I'm reading at the minute, like, I've forgotten the name of it, something else. Very informative, I know. Because not only does he have to contend with the just dangerous flora and fauna of the world, but also humans, as we saw, who could potentially cut him down where he stood just because he's a slime. Of course, I would enjoy it more if he seemed to have needed to actually struggle slightly against some of the monsters, but, you know, it is what it is. We've seen overpowered protagonists been done correctly, like One Punch Man and Ainz, so maybe this will be another one. Maybe Rimuru can join their ranks. We'll have to see. If you've enjoyed, then please like the video and comment down below. And of course, you can also subscribe to the channel for more videos. Of course, if you've already done that, then you could hit the notification bell for more videos. And yeah, well, and with that, I guess I'll pass it over to future me. Thanks, past me. Yes, so as you should probably be aware by now, there are some amazing people out there, and maybe you could be one of them. And if you want to join the lofty heights of Flawed Otaku, well, that's up to you. But anyway, all of you out there have made this channel what it is, and I really do thank each and every one of you. So, give yourself a pat on the back, get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one.